What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy. Welcome back to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. I hope y'all are doing well and hope life is treating y'all good. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you've shared this, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. And I really appreciate everything. And if you don't mind, come leave me some comments sometime. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. Let me know if this is helpful. Anything like that. I really appreciate the feedback. Anyways, guys, today I wanted to talk about greed and hyper-corrosion. So a couple things along the journey that I've really learned is that greed is hyper-corrosive. Once greed gets into a situation, once you allow greed in, and once you allow greed into your heart, and then that greed begins seeping out into whatever you're doing, your work, your passion, relationships, it immediately begins hyper-corroding whatever that is. It's very destructive. It's very toxic. It's really like acid. It begins to melt everything. And greed, and let me just say this too, greed is not all about money, right? And greed can definitely be, greed is just a very selfish heart position to where you just want what you want at all costs, no matter what it is, whether it's to be better connected, whether it's to be popular, whether it's to have all the attention, whether it's to really be jealous of everybody else, and then your goal is to tear things down. And there's people out there that are like that. But greed is so corrosive. I mean, it corrodes your ability to actually make decisions in business. It corrodes your ability to make decisions that are actually life-giving and that produce positive results in your life and your family's life. And it really corrodes, like, not just the situation, but your ability to function. So when greed comes in to any situation, everything immediately is turned on its head, and everything immediately then begins to die from the inside out. Okay, like for instance, greed will immediately corrode any partnership that you have with somebody if it's about money and it's about business. And I mean, you look at business and you look at family businesses, one of the number one things that kills family businesses is greed. And you got jealousy, and there's money in the mix of family, and then guess what? The greed from that point erodes the family. And I'm saying this because I think it is so important, because the exact opposite of greed is to really be compassionate and to really have that heart position of selflessness, to give and to pay it forward first. And without that, the greed that drives a lot of what we see in business and in life, and from even like just in human nature, that is driven because there's not a place for selflessness and paying it forward, right? It's what can I get? How can I get it? How fast can I get it? And I see this too continuing to explode and move just across consumerism. I mean, you think about what consumerism is really built on. It takes two parties to be greedy at that point, not just the corporations, right? But it also takes the people who are consuming as well. And so there's greed in both of those areas, and you can look and be like, wow, this is really corrosive. Just like how with if you're coming into the internet, if you're coming into just any form of media or any form of work, not media, but not work, but media in any form of content like that, in the heart position is just to be greedy, to just selfishly consume, right? Then at that point it becomes very harmful. And I'm saying this because I don't think we see greed a lot. It's one of those underlying things that is not often felt until sometimes it's too late in a relationship or in a partnership. It's sometimes felt too late within just society in general. And I think here's the biggest thing. A lot of the people who are greediest do not produce. And that's something that I'm going to say that I think is very important. A lot of producers are not greedy. It's actually the people who are non-producers in life that are some of the greediest people there are. And I think that's important to recognize, because a lot of people where greed normally sprouts is from I don't have. Greed really often comes from I don't have. And when you have a lack mentality and when you have an I don't have mentality, greed really comes in pretty hard in that way. Not always, but when you're a producer and when you know you produce and you want to produce, that mentality is not there. So I'm just saying this, and throwing that out there. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all doing well, and I hope y'all have had a great week so far, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.